Why do I say dog instead of God? It's because dogs are made of love. I can see a dog. I can feel a dog. I can smell a dog. I can touch a dog. Dogs are very real. Dogs protect you when you don't have any people. Sometimes you think you have people, but then you don't. Through all of this, I told y'all people's reasons, their reasons over and over again. Why it is that people couldn't do the right thing. They literally couldn't do the right thing. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine a world where you're not allowed to do the right thing? I think it's strange to live in a world where so many people don't try and make excuses not to. Oh, we can't live in a utopia. Well, that's a terrible fucking excuse not to try. All these people that wanted to stick their nose in my business and tell me, you should keep your nose out of my business. Like, holy fuck. Is that the pot calling the granite stoned? That's the thing, is that people, well, years later, any excuse is good enough. That was in the past. It affects me to this day, you son of a bitch. I didn't say I promised. Are you sure about that? That's a lot of the problem with right at the very beginning. I didn't know how to take screenshots. I barely knew how to make a fucking video on fucking Facebook. I did not know how to make a video on YouTube. I didn't know that until months later. I learned how to take a screenshot on my telephone from Laura Nelson. I learned how to make a video on YouTube from Amanda Engeline and Jerry Sparks. They both helped me in person to do that. The tools I'm using are the ones that people taught me how to use. I wouldn't be able to take screenshots on my computer if it wasn't for Katie Cahill. And I still can't take screenshots on it for some odd reason, but it did work. Matter of fact, I might scroll back through and find that message from Katie Cahill just so I can take screenshots on my computer again. Problem with videos is they're long. They eat up a lot of space on these discs. I love all these people, even after they did stupid shit or stabbed me in the back. Some of them repeatedly. I'm not just gonna let you fucking die. Are you out of your goddamn mind? But I'm gonna help you how you're asking for, how you need, because you know your situation better than I do. With Brandon's brother disappearing, that was a no fucking brainer. I mean, I fucking helped to rescue a lot of people. Now, when I say help, that doesn't mean that it was successful. I mean, look at Natalie, she's dead. Look at Nathan, he's dead. Your prayers don't keep people safe. Your Colt 45 does that. I'm really fucking good with guns. Like, not just like good, but like really fucking good. For as much time as I've had in shooting, which ain't much, I'm a pretty fucking good shot. I had a lot of time shooting that SKS, but that was a different decade. That was just after 2000. I couldn't believe everybody falling for that. I mean, Chris fucking. It sucked having a roommate that was into meth like that. Fuck. Now it's gonna get cold as shit in here. I put my feet in front of the heater and I don't know, it's gonna have to stay off for a few minutes, otherwise it's not gonna turn back on. These people didn't understand why their words were so important. Many of them, they're like, dude, I didn't even fucking know you had core. And that's the thing, is that it wasn't all these people's fault, but they don't take the time to listen to all of it before they start interrupting me and telling me all of their problems or assuming that I'm blaming them for everything. I'm like, no, you didn't understand. I get that you didn't understand, but the reason you didn't understand is because you keep not listening. There's a lot to fucking cover. There was a lot less to cover 3 years ago. And all these people, years later, they want to make any excuse that justifies the fucked up shit that they did, the fact that they turned a blind eye. That's all it takes for evil to prevail, is for those of you who want to claim that you're good people to look away. I mean, yeah, Brandon, he goes around and rescues a lot of people, and they're mostly females. And the difference between him and his females and me and the females that I rescued is that I didn't have a romantic interest in any of mine. But Jamie, she was really pretty. I didn't want to have anything to do with her. Her mom died, and she'd always been good to me, but I wasn't interested in dating her. It was hard not to think of her as a fucking 10-year-old. I met her when she was 9. I was 15. She was quite a bit younger. I told a bunch of stories that were true, but like nearly all of my friends, none of these people had the time to listen. They couldn't even take the time to listen. And now, upon occasion, when I call them, they do take the time to listen a bit. All that stuff that I was trying to tell them before, but they were so busy talking over me. I'm like, hey, I need you to understand why. Obviously, you're in a fucking argumentative mood. Instead of arguing with me, understand, all right? Try to fucking understand. Stop making excuses at me, okay? Like, I'm trying to explain to Brandon what is going on and why I need his fucking help. He was a witness to a lot of fucking shit. He also took a part in a lot of it. All of these people were willing to allow an innocent person to be harmed over and over and over again because they didn't want to take the time to understand. They wanted to tell me how it is. Then years later, when they didn't keep their word, because they didn't take the time to understand, because they were too busy assuming and talking over me. I'm like, holy fuck, here we are 3 years later. You're still giving me fucking excuses. God damn you son of a bitches, you know? Let's take a look at this. It's 1:18 in the morning. My day just got started. That's all just from today. We'll scroll down. Those are all just from today, too. The problem is, it's not just on the phone, it's in real life every fucking day. Now, obviously, I told the truth about these people. The thing that's fucking stupid is that after all of that, after knowing that it's recorded, they all want to play the same fucking stupid bullshit. Like either these things happened or they didn't. All of these things that he is giving me as his reasons why he couldn't do the right thing. I'm like, yeah, that's not what the court said. And then he says, well, I wasn't there. I didn't even know you had court. That's right, but I was trying to tell you after I fucking got out. And still you say nothing and do nothing. That's the thing, Brandon, is that I did save the evidence. The cop said I wasn't trying to get help. You know that's not the fucking truth. Now I have evidence from people who wrote it down about the victimization that I was enduring in the fucking jail system in Colorado. That's a restricted number calling me again. That's the thing, is that all of these people, it's nothing but excuses. They say that they care. But the one thing that is more important than any of the rest of their bullshit is to fucking come forward. He didn't know, he didn't know, he didn't know. I'm aware he didn't know. Most of the court dates he was aware of. He couldn't. He had work. But he can't fucking admit that. None of these people can admit any of their excuses to me why they didn't keep their word. No, they just pretend they never gave it. Oh, I never said that. And just so you know, when I do that back to them, they don't fucking like it, do they? All this stuff that people are like, well, you didn't say that. First of all, I did. I said it a lot. You just weren't paying any fucking attention. You didn't care enough to actually fucking listen to understand. You're too busy with your own fucking assumptions, and all of you son of a bitches fucking hold on to that like it's fucking gold. And all these people want to pretend like I'm ungrateful, like I never sang their praises. And all of these people that want to hold shit over my head, like, oh, well, it's okay that I didn't do what I said I was going to do, and you're being fucking harmed greatly for it. Because look what I did way back then. Look, see, Sean? See, Sean? Now who's living in the past? You want to use the fact that you drove to Buffalo, Wyoming, and I was grateful and thankful for it, and I paid you back. And I did everything that I could for you after that. When you wanted to start fucking selling vehicles, I was going to buy that Chevy S10 fucking pickup, wasn't I? And yeah, that was selfish. It actually was. I wanted that S10. I certainly fucking did. I saw that and I saw potential. I saw something that I could use to get myself unhomeless. I saw the potential for a vehicle that I could use for work. And I was $100 short of buying it. See, all these people are aware of the situations where I've been victimized my entire adult life. When I got fucked over by fucking Phil McPhee and Dirt and fucking Jeremy, yes, there's witnesses to that. Phil McPhee was running around town telling everybody he was gonna beat me up because I turned off the fucking power and moved out. What the fuck was I supposed to pay the bills with? I didn't even have any fucking food. There's Gary Jeffson, and Jason Jeffson. That's the thing, is that when a disabled person is fucking abused, people just don't want to get involved. They claim that they care, they claim they want to help, but when it all comes down to it, when it comes to actually doing something, they're going to make every fucking excuse. I can't fucking defend myself. I don't own a Colt cowboy action revolver. If somebody messes with Brandon, he's got guns right there. If someone tries to harm him or his family, he's got guns right there. I don't have any family, so I don't have any need for a gun. But I think since you guys are the ones making the excuses, you guys should be the ones that have to shoot me in the head. See, you have a decision to make, whether you do the right thing or the wrong thing. Now, we make lots of excuses for war, right? Like they offended us, so we're doing the right thing by sending people over there with guns and bullets. That doesn't sound too bright to me, especially when we're going to tell people right here in the United States they're not fucking allowed to defend themselves no matter what. These people said they cared, but they didn't take the time. Brandon didn't hear the things that I was saying over and over and over again, despite the fact that I said them over and over and over. It's hard to hear people, though, when you just want your chance to speak. Go back through the conversations between me and Brandon. You look at the court paperwork. To this day, Brandon's word would make a big fucking difference. All of these people who procrastinated and fucking bullshitted me and made excuse after excuse after excuse, to this day, it would make a fucking difference. But they gotta stop and fucking listen. If I gotta yell over you, I fucking will. You need to stop and fucking listen, Brandon. Stop talking about yourself. Stop making about yourself. Stop saying, well, I did this and I did that. Did you ever write it the fuck down? Did you ever go in with me to make a police report? The court dates he should have gone to said that he would, including one of the ones where he said that he would try. Well, he wasn't able to because he had to go to work. Is that my fault? Is that my choice? No, but it fucked me because I had to go in alone. See, all these little pieces of the puzzle, I'm telling you right where they're at. These folks are too busy taking shit all fucking butthurt and texting. You know what? I'll be an asshole now. If you're going to play fucking victim when you do something so fucking intentionally cruel, it is intentionally cruel. I tell these people what I have to go through because they didn't keep their fucking word. Because they didn't think it was that important. Because their problems are all fucking more important than mine. I get that. I get that. Your trivial bullshit is more important than my life. I get that. Between speaking up and just letting people harm me over a false fucking narrative, you want to fucking play stupid. Well, it's a little bit difficult for you to play fucking stupid when I recorded that shit, assholes. Why don't I believe you? It's called procrastination. With all these people, they always make it about them. I always end up playing therapist. They want to ask questions, and I try to ask their questions. Their questions are all over the fucking place. I listen to all their fucking stories. I help them find their loved ones immediately when they're missing. I am still harmed to this day. I can't take care of myself. I am told that it is my fault that I can't take care of myself because of the victimization that I've endured. I continue to have people over and over and over suggest things that I am not able to do. Many of those things I was able to do 10 years ago. Most of those things I was able to do 10 years ago. Many of those things I was able to do 5 years ago. A little over 5 because I first hurt my back in 2015. Those stories were fucking true. The fact that I went to them for help is fucking true. The fact that they throw the past in my fucking face as justification for them not keeping their word. Or they want to throw things in my face that they weren't there for and pretend like that is justification. Or that here, Brandon, being a butthurt little fucking cunt rag tonight. I have every right to be fucking pissed. How the fuck is he gonna know what's going on when he's busy telling me all about his shit. I'm calling him because I need his fucking help. If making the fucking calls with me is too much fucking work, I mean, goddamn, we can fucking argue for a whole goddamn hour, but he can't take the time to keep his fucking word. Each and every one of these son of a bitches, after they pretend and pretend and fucking pretend, they want to play fucking victim when I fucking speak out. Did you even try what I asked? Did you? He claims he did. He's a fucking liar. If he wasn't a fucking liar, he would have written it down. He would have gone into the cops. He would have kept his fucking word. Well, like I told you, any fucking excuse, right? Any excuse to turn a blind eye when it's not happening to you. Any excuse that justifies the fact that you didn't keep your word. Now, the difference between that being a lie and that being justifiable is whether or not you actually fucking spoke about it in court. Them fucking cops outright lied, or you outright lied. Now, since I got offset sets of evidence, I got evidence from both sides and they don't fucking line up. Brandon's goddamn bullshit doesn't line up with the cops and the courts bullshit. Peach's bullshit doesn't line up with the cops and the courts bullshit. Mandy Hughes' bullshit does not line up with the cops and the courts bullshit. So who's fucking lying? The cops and the courts? Or all these people? Both. There's a reason I don't fucking trust any of you. You're fucking bullshitters. You pretend to be righteous. You pretend. Here's the thing about those of you who are web wingnuts. You guys care more about me than those people who pretended to be my friends because you guys actually fucking dig into that shit. Most of you aren't very good at it, but see, when you have your pride that's hurt, that's all that's hurt on Brandon. Because he can't handle being called a bitch. You know why? Because he's a bitch.